Welcome once again, guys. It's time for another volume review. Welcome to my channel, guys. It's time to review another series, and I just left it over here. Give me one sec. Here it is. This one is going to be the Otherworlder, exploring the dungeon, and it's not easy kai, but it is easy kai. Almost not really. I will explain it in a nutshell, but before anything, thank you to Yempress for providing this for me to review for you guys. If you haven't checked out my Yempress reviews, I have quite a bit of them already, so check them all out. Thank you so much for the love and support that you show this channel. Uh, do the same thing to Yempress. They have quantity of stuff that you guys can buy online. So go check out all their content. There is a link in the description below where you guys can buy cheap anime, manga, and light novels. So go check them out. They for sure have Empress there and this series as well. So make sure you give them some love there. Lastly, guys, check out my other videos. I have, like I said, quite a bit of reviews. I am posting some left and right here for the new season. I'm trying to get my first impression videos out of the way to post more of these, but for now, I'll only be posting these videos when I have time. So give some love to this channel, comment, like, and share, subscribed, and let's start with the review. So the story starts with this guy basically is trying to save his sick sister. So he uh, is paid off money so for him to go to this other world and basically explore it. There's a portal in Earth that they can go to this world, and they basically want to get advantage of it. So he ends up going to the portal. Portal closes. Um, the people that he went with basically are nowhere to be found. So he's left with all the equipment, and the volume can be divided, I want to say, in three parts. One part is him getting there and basically learning where he is. He has a robo friend who walks with him and essentially helps him. Eventually, he makes friends with a fishman, and then comes kind of the second part, and that is him trying to get into the guild. He has to find a goddess or a god for him to be part of the guild, and he eventually does in the weirdest way, which is a stray cat. He ends up feeding the cat, and the cat ends up being a god and protecting him in a situation that he ends up in. Um, then there's a whole incident of where people steal his weapons and equipment that he was hiding, and he ends up blowing up the storage room where everything is kept, and basically ends up being a gamble, in the way that he gets out. That's, I want to say, the biggest chunk of the volume is that whole interaction of him in the guild, him being betrayed by the fishman, because that's what it is, and trying to recover his weapons. And the reason he wants to do that is because the technology is way more advanced than what they have there. So if people get their hands to that, then it can mean, the destruction of civilizations, or I don't know. It could also put threat to those who can afford those weapons. It's not a good situation to be in. The last section of it, he basically gets off with destroying a lot of things, and eventually starts actually adventuring the tall, big building that is in the center of the city, and which is a dungeon. And I think there's like 50 levels in it. He explores like the first five in this volume. Um, the last scenes is him essentially being mentored by a guy and another adventurer, and he's guiding him and other people, and they are attacked by a huge big boar, which ends up with them killing it and finding out that's a beast that would have been trouble for most of them, so or most adventurers. That in a nutshell is the whole series. There's a lot to impact, but yeah, I don't like one thing about this series, and again, Yen Press asked me to give my honest opinion, so I'm going to give my honest opinion on this. The one thing I don't like about this is that it starts this um, kind of idea of him progressing in the city as how he is. Um, getting robbed, getting his stuff back, eliminating stuff, gambling with people that are higher up there. Like he kind of has this whole story going on for like 70-80% of the time of the volume, and then it changes to now we're going to be exploring stuff the entire time. And I feel like if the next volume is just him exploring the entire time, it took away from what could have been something great to just we're moving on to the next thing and we're completely forgetting the whole like outside world, the dungeon and stuff like that. And I hope it doesn't do that. I feel like it is. I hope it doesn't. I will try to get volume two so I can review it, but I think that's the direction it's going. If it does that, then as a reader, it tells me that the writer doesn't know yet where he wants to go. And again, this is probably derived from maybe a light novel. I'm not really completely sure on that, but if it is, then obviously now the writer has the way to or direction. But for now, that's what yells at me was they had one direction for 80% of the manga, and then 20% of it at the end, they decided to go a whole different direction to what the manga wants to be. So, out of 10, I would give this one a 6 out of 10. It's a great story. I do recommend it. The whole dispute about him being robbed, stuff like that. That's a great scene. Um, but then it got to the end where it seemed like a very stereotypical adventuring type of series. So, oh well. For now, I do recommend it, but don't highly recommend it for you guys to get it. It is in the description below a link where you guys can buy manga and light novels. Give some love to Yem Press. Give some love to my channel. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section. Also subscribe and like always, guys, don't be strangers. See you guys.